Welcome back to Weekly Guitar Videos, everybody. I'm Neil, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Warp Vinyl Hifi from Chase Bliss. Now, Joel and the guys over at Chase Bliss have been kind of perfecting this pedal for quite some time. Started out, his first pedal was the Warp Vinyl Mark 1, and he addressed some issues that some users had and put out the Mark 2, and a lot of complaints that people had about it, while it was an awesome pedal for dark C6 modulation, was that it was very dark. It's a chorus vibrato, and you couldn't really get a lot of your classic chorus tones because it's not bright enough. So, rather than discontinue the Mark II altogether, Joel decided, why not bring out a variation of it? And so the Hifi was born, and basically, let's flip it on over to here, it's brighter. Sounds a whole lot more like a chorus pedal. So it's really good for people who need an actual present chorus effect in the mix, because I own the Mark II, and it sounded really awesome. It was really fun to play with because Chase Bliss pedals are so good with all the different parameters you can control and ramp with the dip switches, and it's really a deep pedal. You can dive really deep into it. And what I've always loved about Chase Bliss pedals, because I've owned almost all of them at this point, is you can pull normal sounds out of it, and then you can dive crazy deep too, but the normal sounds sound really good because it's all analog circuitry controlled by a little digital brain, he calls it. And so that really opens things up when you're controlling analog digitally to do all sorts of fun stuff. Anyway, let's check that out. New to the Warp Vinyl Hifi is the introduction of the lag knob. This knob enables you to get richer chorus tones based on where you set it. So let's take a look at that. So here we have the lag knob all the way down, and that's a little more akin to what the Mark II Warp Vinyl sounded like. The difference here is as you take this knob up, it increases the delay time of the chorus to where you can get more standard chorus tones. Let's talk a bit about presets. As usual with Chase Bliss Audio, you have two preset slots down here with this little switch. One on the right sounds like so. It's the one that I was just playing on. It's a Sounds a lot like a rotary speaker emulation, and the middle on this switch is whatever settings you have pulled up on the pedal currently. So, and then this is the other factory preset to the left, and that one's indicated by a green light here rather than a red, and that's and there you hear the C-sig modulation that all three of the incarnations of the Warp Vinyl are kind of known for. But the ability to store presets makes it so you can dive really deep into the dip switch aspect of things, pull up a really crazy sound, then right there on the pedal without having to get into MIDI controllers or anything, you can save any sound you find and pull it right back up. The pedal is also MIDI controllable, which is nice if you're into that. And you can also hook up an expression pedal to any one of the parameters on there. So let's talk a bit about the dip switch aspect of things. One of the real allures of Chase Bliss audio pedals is the ramping functions with the dip switch. And what you can do is, the tone knob on here has a secondary function that makes it so you can ramp different parameters. As sound you just heard, I was ramping the RPM, which is basically the chorus time. And so you heard that, you can hear it ramp up from slow to fast. And you can do that for every single knob on the thing, so it really opens up a lot of craziness that you can get going. So what you guys just heard was me ramping basically every parameter you can on the pedal. And as you can hear, it sounds pretty insane. And it's really, that's not really a usable sound. In most cases, but it's kind of fun to mess around with. But if you bring it back to a little more pulled back effect, it can sound really cool underneath of a song. Now, I haven't mentioned yet, I'm using just a little bit of reverb off the Boss RV500 into an old vintage Champ, playing my trusty Strat. So the main allure of this pedal for a lot of people will be that it does more standard chorus tones. I demonstrated that there with a little Metallica, one, and they're known for using a lot of chorus on their clean stuff, and that really does a little better job at that brighter chorus. That was with the tone knob dialed all the way up. Got a little more of the lag in there for a little richer chorus, and it really shines at the brighter settings, unlike the Mark II, which in its own cool way was awesome, but a little too dark for a lot of band settings. So I really like what Joel's done here with making it a little brighter. Here we go, Hi-Fi. So once again, another wacky setting, and this one I basically wanted to demonstrate how dark it can get. So it's still not approaching anywhere to as close as dark as the Mark I Wart Vinyl or the Mark II, but it still can get pretty dark, and that was with the mix all the way up, so it's a full vibrato. A little faster on the RPMs, I brought the depth up, and I was also using a square waveform to kind of give it that choppy edge. Also, threw in a little delay from the Hi-Fi's friend, the old tonal recall. And also hit it with a little dumble overdrive and the Petty John Crush. So, anyway, I've been Neil with Weekly Guitar Videos. Special thanks to my friend Braden. See you next time.